Google buys Groupon for $2.5 billion. Talk about fast lane. Groupon was founded in November 2008. This news has not been confirmed yet. Wow, that's a revenue valuation. Talk about an explosive wealth equation. So, is it true or still speculation? BTW, are any business owners here using Groupon for marketing? I like the idea of offering group buy discounts. Thus you add value to the customer in providing a limited time buy now discount, and the customers provide a ton of value in encouraging more customers to sign up in order to get the deal. Actually, it's justified. They're taking into account future growth prospects. Keep in mind that Groupon was founded at the end of 2008, so within just 2 years they've reached about $600 million in revenue. So 5 years from now they should be making several billion a year in revenue, especially when they integrate with Google's huge resources, so Google will make its money back in no time. This assumes constant growth, or at least that sales will continue. Buzz in the merchant community for those who have done Groupon is not good. Most would never do it again, as their costs were astronomical. That being said, if Google integrated their great explanation or rationale approach to Groupon, and let businesses know what they were getting into, I could see this improving the value equation substantially. Russ H. Agreed. Here's the latest from the other side of the globe. Russ H. This story makes me want to do harm to myself, and others. Hackjack. I just spent the past 2 hours looking into Groupon for Airbnb. What Groupon says in their excellent tutorial videos, 97% of businesses want to do Groupon again. What a BizSchool study revealed, that's quite a difference. How it works: you develop your Groupon deal, for example, $75 worth of food for $35. You set a minimum for the deal to work, have to sell 500, or 1,000 minimum, or else no one gets it. This encourages people to send the deal to their friends, so they can get the minimum. Clever, that. On the day of, you answer the phone like crazy, your website is busy, and you have to deal or Groupon forums questions. As you sell Groupons, you see the dollar go to your account. I honestly don't know if they pay you for all Groupons sold, or if it's promissory, and only paid when the person comes in. Likely the latter, as it would capitalize on breakage in Groupon's favor. Groupon takes 50% of your revenues. Easy to see how they generated $600 million in sales, eh? Your offer has to be anything from 50 to 90% off. Examples: spend $10 to get $100 worth of Groupons for tanning services. The tanning salon gets $5 total, Groupon gets $5 total, and the customer gets $100 worth of tanning services. Spend $50 to get $100 worth of Groupons for hotel accommodations. The hotel gets $25, Groupon gets $25, and the customer gets $100 worth of lodging. So in that last example, you get $25 for a $100 booking. If the person only books a $100 room, you lose money. If they book $200, let's say that's our cheapest room, then they pay $150, the $50 Groupon plus $100, and we get $125, and Groupon gets $25. At that point, it starts to make sense. Very interesting concept. The whole key is to structure the deal so it's enticing to customers, and to make sure you can supply the demand. Russ H. The best point made in that article is that the type of people who use Groupon are typically cheap. They're not the kind of people that will purchase additional items or services along with their coupon, nor will they be likely to come back for full price. It seems to me that the whole point of having Groupon promotions is to attract new customers who could potentially become repeat customers. You will take a loss on the Groupon promotion, but you hope to get repeat customers to make up for that difference. However, that's not happening because, as I said, the type of people who come in for those promotions are bargain hunters, aka cheap. They won't be coming back. This aspect will be the downfall of Groupon. They're smart to sell now before their house of cards collapses. After reading that, us the first have almost given up on the idea of utilizing Groupon for our business, as it would most likely attract the wrong type of client base. However, from preliminary discussions we have found that some of our worst clients have actually led to getting some of our best. One non-paying deadbeat who has family or friends that utilize our services, pay promptly and come back year after year. I wonder how many of these deals use the psychological pricing that most ebooks or internet products WordPress Direct or other 30-day challenge upsells, going out of business sales, or even Black Friday sales use in raising the perceived price above average retail and slashing that in half, thus only giving the customer a 10 to 30% discount instead of the required 50 to 90% by Groupon standards. You know this product usually sells for $100, buy it now and get it for $50, when in reality it probably sells for $60. There are many to use Groupon for your business is 1. Get your name out very quick. 2. Reach out to mass potential customers. 3. Free viral marketing over social network. 4. 15% people bought the ticket will never or unable to show up. You will still get the money. 5. 1. The deal will drag your business for 3 months to a year. 2. It will take you a long time to schedule appointment if it's required by your business type, or remind them to come before it's expired, in case you got 9,000 people buying into your deal. You don't have time to deal with real loyal customers. 3. People tend to forget the ticket and try to use it before the due day. Most complaints happen at that time. 4. You are offering 75% off discount. You are losing money if you can't upsell. 5. Most people buy into the deal will not come back unless you post the same or better deal in 6 months or later. Why come back to you while there are many cheap deals out there every day? 6. You are giving impression that you can offer cheap deal once. You can do that twice and so on. 7. You are giving impression that you will either mark up the price before discount or reduce the quality of the products or services. The following type of business gets the best out of Groupon, because upsell membership or subscription to bring the customers back. Luxury salon and spa, laser hair removal, chiropractor, dentist, teeth whitening, massage, weight lose program. They make more money by converting them into members or subscribers. If you are running restaurant, you can upsell your gift card or offer VIP program when they claim their ticket. Again, most people just come once. There are few key points to drive Groupon's success. 1. Social and viral marketing. You get $10 if you bring your friend on board. 2. It's so cheap that everyone can afford to buy. 3. Huge commission to the salesperson, of course, sneaky business doing sneaky thing. For example, there was a deal to offer $60 deal for unlimited hot yoga class for a month at value of $120. So it's 50% off. The yoga place got $30 per ticket from Groupon. However, most people only visit the hot yoga place twice a month. This is equal to $15 per visit for the yoga place, but $30 for the customers. Guess what? You can just stop by and pay $15 every time you visit the hot yoga place without any coupon or certification. So what is the discount you are getting? -$0. You actually pay double, if you are like most people who only visit the place twice a month. Group buying is not an innovation, but Groupon really nails it at the right time with right strategies. There are lots space for all of us to drive on fast lane. Terence, I wouldn't quite say it's sneaky, it's like a gym membership. You pay $40 or more. If you only use it once a month it's $40 or trip as opposed to using it 10-20x or more. What I meant was stuff like WPD that has the $49 or more package for a limited time only deal of $19 or more, or sign up for 30DC plus by tomorrow for the limited time price of $29 or more before it goes up to the regular price of $99 or more. You will never see a price like this again. And of course if you have a friend they can sign up for the 30DC and get the same one-day only deal on a different day. It's much like the timeshare presentation we went through yesterday. They gave us the one-day only pricing for foreclosed upon and bank-owned timeshare points when in reality we could get at any time. Needless to say we didn't buy, but we did use the $100 in free resort credit for a nice dinner and plan on using the 4 free nights in Hawaii, considering our ticket from PHX runs about $250 or EA in late April just after our busy season ends. In fact, I wonder if Russ can employ some of the same tactics with the bed and breakfast by making it like a timeshare where guests can buy a 1-week-a-year stay package for life at a discounted price and pay yearly maintenance fees, or as far as Groupon goes have a 1-week package with the discount being off of what a 7-day stay would cost if purchased night by night. Interesting breakdowns of the service, guys. I left some rep speed for some of you. On the other side of the article, these rumors have been floating for weeks in the VC area. When the recent wave of articles came out, a few were wondering if the rumors were there or if they were planted to start a bidding war. Early hearsay mentioned that Yahoo or some other big company was considering a deal with them as well when the 2.5B price came out, as that was only 4.5x EBITDA, which is $50 a month or something. I think it's an interesting tactic. Drop some well-placed rumors in the media, spook the other companies to get going on some sort of bidding war or auction over control. You get press and drive the price of your company up unexpectedly. Agreed. It's just like the bidding war over 3PAR between Dell and HP back in August. Currently it is only rumor though. And as they say, buy the rumor. The only difference here is Groupon isn't public, so ever since the rumor hit, Goog has been selling off. Perhaps a case of sell the rumor? I'd like to see more data on the value of Groupon for businesses. Someone posted a study that 40% of businesses would not repeat, so that means 60% would? Sounds pretty good. It depends on type of business and how much they spend on advertising already, which mostly is very hard to track, until a pay-for-success type like Groupon. I think that part is a huge obstacle overcome in approaching businesses to advertise. There will be hundreds of challenges to Groupon. What good to consumers and businesses to have a major national player like Groupon? Most businesses are local or regional anyway. There will be niche Groupons in certain industries and demographics. Do I as a guy want to get spa offers weekly? There will be a big opportunity for a Groupon aggregator site. Why get 12 different offer emails a day? I want to get one, with narrowed offers based on my preferences, that shows me all the various deals. I think or today's technology there will be more and more opportunity or pay for success business opportunities. Is there opportunity for a better opposition? Focus on getting a better deal for the supplier? Which could lead to better deals for consumers. Groupon rejects Google's 6B offer, wants to IPO next year. Chicago-based Groupon, launched barely more than 2 years ago and offering deep daily group discounts via online coupons, has opted to remain independent, reported. Chicago Breaking Business, operated by the Chicago Tribune, reported that Groupon may yet choose to pursue an initial public offering but will not make a decision about an IPO until 2011. Representatives of Groupon and Google Goog 573.00, plus 1.18, plus 0.21% did not immediately respond to MarketWatch requests for comment. The tech business site All Things characterize Groupon as having pulled a Facebook See full item at MarketWatch sister site allthings.groupon, which combines an online social networking aspect with steep one-time discounts at local retailers, would have represented the largest ever purchase for Google, which is in the midst of an acquisition spree. Google is seeking to bolster its location-based and localized online services and advertising. Speculation had grown recently that Google would raise its bid for Groupon in an increasingly aggressive effort to buy the firm, with reports reflecting a bid acceleration from roughly $3 billion to as much as $6 billion in a matter of days. A tweeted message by venture capitalist David Pakman earlier Friday had seemed to cast doubt on a merger. However, Pakman, without citing any sources, wrote that the hold-up on the deal stemmed from Google's inability to offer a large breakup fee to Groupon, should antitrust regulators intervene in any planned merger or the pact otherwise fall apart. Google has drawn increasing regulatory scrutiny, as its market power has flourished. The Mountain View, California-based company's effort to acquire travel information software firm Itar Software Incorporated is now being subjected to an extended antitrust review by the U.S. Justice Department, for example. Now, seeing that Google was, I believe, a sell the rumor, I'm interested to see if they become a buy the news when the bell rings on Monday. Will be interesting. Also, seeing that I'm giving my opinion here, why stop now? I think Groupon is foolish for rejecting this offer. I guess we'll see come early next year. I have a hard-on for this kind of shit. Why can't Google just buy a smaller, less successful but similar competitor to Groupon and then bury Groupon? I'm being serious. MJ? Anyone? Russ H. That rejection has to be the all-time dumbest move. Somebody is a little too proud of their project to have told Google no concerning that amount of money. I mean, are you kidding me? I can't see their revenue reaching that mark in a long time to come, maybe even a lifetime, and likely now, never at all. I would have been fresh dressed and chilling in the Hamptons with my family the very next day whilst penning checks to charities left and right from my shiatsu chair. Read the details. There were strings attached. And antitrust concerns. They could have wound up W or nothing. Or, a lot less than purchase price. Plus, Google wanted to guarantee performance that they do like 795M next year for them to get this. If they are just a one-hit wonder and will crash and burn next year, this also would have killed them. It ain't always as simple as it seems. Truss H. The public just gets the sensational headlines about Google offering $6 billion to purchase Groupon, but of course when you read the fine print it's not that simple, since there are usually a lot of strings attached and always the risk that the deal will fall apart, as you pointed out. For those who invest in stocks, what would be the total worth of Groupon if they were to go public, considering that their revenue is about $600 million right now? Why can't Microsoft buy a small competitor to Google and bury them? I'm not trying to mock you, but it's not as simple to unseat a market leader as you think it is. Right now Groupon commands about 85% of the social coupon market. Its next biggest competitor, Living Social, only has 8% of the market. What are the odds that you can grow that 8% into the market leader? Not very good, especially when you consider that Groupon already has established relationships with local vendors and a huge sales force, so Google would have to devote a ton of resources just to make a dent on their customer base. It's much cheaper and easy to just buy them out. Valuation is tricky when underwriting. This is informative info to get a basic understanding. This will give an idea of methods used by underwriters, and for me, it will be interesting to see if Goldman underwrites this one. From your perspective they may be a little too proud of their project, but from mine you care a bit too much about money. Do you really think the amount gotten from the deal would change their lives dramatically? Investors would be happy, but the founders would also lose control of their baby. It's evident money isn't their motivator. They want to keep growing upon what they have. You don't create such massive things without growing attached. Heck, I've become attached in the past to tiny projects of mine. Lol, Google needs Groupon more than Groupon needs Google. Thus why I posted this info is not correct in the second post here. This story came out last week. It explains a little more on Groupon's side. From my perspective, if I am the creator of Groupon, I would not sell to Google. Here are my reasons. 1. Groupon is not the first one doing social buying and group buying, but they seized the opportunities and captured them. 2. Groupon constantly improve their system and take action to keep distance from their competitors. 3. Create your own economy and demand regardless the outside noise. So what can we do about it? Instead of envy their success and the number, we have the chance to do something better than Groupon and their competitors did. There is always space for small fish to grow big. I would rather be the one that everyone is talking about 2 years later than talk about then for the next 2 years. Find the better solution and execute it. Terence, don't give away your secrets to your competitor BTW. Now that I'm down in Phoenix, I'd be really interested in checking out your operation or at least getting together for coffee or snacks. Maybe it's a brilliant PR move. Both companies are getting major exposure over this. No one I know even knows what Groupon is. One thing I'd like to add. By saving people money you can effectively make them money. Something I always keep in mind. Everybody involved in transactions with Groupon makes money. The customer saves, advertiser gets business and Groupon gets their cut. In my opinion, if your business's value is providing money to all involved, you have a solid shot at success. Who doesn't like a business that makes them money? That's not essentially true. Groupon makes money for sure. The customer or buyer saves money. But the business? They wind up selling something that they have, say, a 20% profit margin on for way below their cost. If they can get a regular customer out of it, it's worth it, like a bagel shop giving out free bagels to get people hooked on them. But that's not what's happening in a lot of cases. The buyers are not always loyal. Or they just don't buy something like this every day or week. One example, the Napa wine train, who did a Groupon earlier this year. How many people are going to take the wine train for 5x a year? Not many. Still, the wine train did it to make more people aware of their existence. And perhaps to fill up seats during a slow time of year? I don't know about this. In any case, the current Groupon model is all about offering a crazy cheap discount up to 90% off on only one day. And hundreds or even thousands of people buy into it. You just need a product or service that has repeat customers, something they will come back for and pay retail price for again and again and again. Lots of businesses have this set up. And a lot. T. Russ H. That's B or C. You're not in one of the major cities that Groupon serves, right? It's a big deal around here. Everyone in our area has heard about it. This year. Russ H. Terence, truly. This is a brilliant post. Tons of insight. Makes the Google interest much more clearly, that future moves will compete or Google AdWords. Great analysis. I never even saw it. Rep speed. Russ H. I am not in any of those cities but within 80 miles of like 6. That could very well be why nobody talks about it in my social circles. I only know of Groupon because of this forum. Groupon only gets their cut if the quota is made right. I read that a fair share of people who buy these Groupon coupons don't even use them. This is worst case scenario. Ruslol. I do agree this concept is still worth taking into consideration when observing their business model. I'm actually glad you brought that to my attention. You just provided me with solid evidence that if two people involved in the business triangle are making money, the third will take a sacrifice and the system can still be wildly successful. I'm more interested in creating the system than either or. Same here out in the Midwest. Never heard of them. And from what this thread is leading me to think about what their business model is, it kinda seems to be a Facebook wannabe but coupled with an advanced model of the early day Priceline discount twist. And we all know what happened there. It doesn't seem strong to me. I'll bet it'll be a sizzle then a fizzle. They should have tried to restructure the deal with Google. One of the main problems with Groupon is the lack of loyalty their users have. There is no real sense of community there. How do you create a sense of community on a site like that? Important, indeed. That's kind of what tries to capitalize on by being integrated into Facebook. Although Groupon has room to grow as it is an early leader and getting recognition. But then what? There is nothing sticky about it. The value is collecting info on users and making the coupons relevant to each individual. If they keep sending me spa or salon offers, I'm going to quit. At this moment there are probably thousands of Groupon clones being set up. One of the best positioned players would be Yellow Pages groups. They obviously have major database of businesses that advertise listings. They'd be smart to do a JV with Facebook or Google to marry businesses with consumers. I see this coupon market fragment according to specific tastes, coupon for auto enthusiasts, etc. The exception would be if Groupon can become very specifically relevant to the user. The other opportunity is a coupon aggregator site that lets you subscribe to many coupon offer sites with one login. I don't want to have multiple coupon offers hit my email daily. Something like a Travelocity did for getting flights on multiple airlines. Oodle is complete garbage. See on how their customer service sucks. Not sure if Groupon's customer service is any better, but from experience the founder of Oodle must have not only read the 4-Hour Workweek, but took the part about not handling customer service literally. Yeah, I saw your thread. It sucks that good old customer service has gone downhill from the way things ought to be. Now, 9 times out of 10, I just start pressing 0 when I call a SVC line so that I can talk to a human being. Then, I just cross my fingers that the human being I get put through to knows English and is going to do something more for me than put in a trouble ticket and get back to me. I was just mentioning that it's part of their Oodle's marketing to be social. I've, personally, never used Oodle or Groupon, although my wife got some tickets for it once through Groupon when family was visiting here in New Orleans. Update: looks like I might have to update my thread or blog post. They sent me a pretty nice apology email and reactivated my account. Not sure if it was a squeaky wheel get the oil situation or they have changed their approach since my last attempt to use their service back in March.